Hey, good morning, and thank you for watching this video. Normally, I do go Facebook Live, but I am in the process of learning different social media platforms right now. So I'm not exactly sure how I could take one live and put it on another quite yet. So here we are doing a recorded video. I am going to walk you through my steps of how I use my products. But first, I feel like you all need an explanation. I'm sure some people probably look at my skin and they're like, why are you a skincare advocate? Because you see, I have melasma and I have scars. And due to my food allergies, I'm going to continue to get acne. It's a reaction. That's how my body reacts to certain foods I eat. I can't help it. But if you go through my photos and you see what I looked like just 4 months ago, it's crazy. I mean, I haven't taken any medicine. I haven't got any special treatment done. All I am doing is I am using Crunchi skincare. And then, and you see me like pointing down. It's, I just messed it all up. It's my little makeup caddy that I have here. And then it also has some of my skincare on it. The bigger containers obviously can't fit on here. But I did move it over here beside me because while I talk and kind of explain why I'm doing what I am doing, I'm gonna put on a face. So, let me go ahead and find my primer here. I have already washed my face and put my moisturizers on, so I could be that much closer to putting on my makeup. So here we have the Crunchi primer. When I first started using this, I'm not gonna lie, 4 months ago, I had never used a makeup brush. I didn't know why somebody would waste their product by just squirting it or if it was a paste, just applying it to a brush before your face. To me, it sounded like a waste. Now I get there is actually a beautiful reason to use makeup brushes. So I usually take about a squirt of this, and some people use less. There are some people I know that actually use 2 pumps of the primer. It's completely your preference, whatever you would like to use. And then from an upline, I have been told that you want your primer to sit for at least 30 seconds. I will openly say that I do not know all of the fancy terminology. I do not know every ingredient of every product. But whenever there is a question, I will always find an answer. So, if you ask me something and you're like, yeah, you really sound like you don't know what I'm talking about. If I don't know what I'm talking about in that moment, I will, within some time of finding that answer. All right, so there's that, and while that is on there, so as some of you know, many of you all know, I suffer from food allergies. I found out that I had food allergies when I was pregnant with my youngest daughter. So that pregnancy was around 12 years ago. I have red food allergies. I have some gluten intolerances, which is weird because it's not always. I do have lactose intolerance. Cane sugar breaks me out, but I can eat all the fresh fruit and natural sugar foods, starchy foods that I want, and I have no reactions. My body is now like a huge question mark. I don't ever have all the answers to my own body, my skin, and I will, like I mentioned, I will continue to get breakouts, but all I can do is try my best to not get cross-contaminated or eat things that might break me out. All right, so that should be about 30 seconds to a minute, so my primer should be setting good. I do have 2 different shades of foundation here. This is the 2.0, which is probably going to be more of my summer color. I may end up going up to a 2.5, not sure yet. And then this is the 1.0. That is what I have been using throughout the winter. Okay, so let me get my pencil sharpener here. I have mentioned this on my page, my Facebook group before, because it just blows my mind. So this is an Everlux crayon. It says that it's actually for lips, but it is just a skin corrector. So you can tell I love it. I use it a lot. So all these scars, blemishes, melasma, pigmentation issues, this hides it. So I'm going to get that sharpened a little bit. I actually, I had to ask a couple of my uplines. I was like, we were out to dinner, and I was like, why is she rubbing a lip crayon on her face? And it still blows my mind. And my thoughts when I saw that video, I was like, she's lost her mind. So I just take a little bit. I don't get too far up under the eye. I just go where I have my black lines. And I'm going to just pencil around there. And then I do get a little bit crazy with my skin corrector. I will go to all these blemishes that I have. These ugly scars. Some of you know, some of you all do not know me personally. A lot of you know how this has affected me psychologically as much as it has just physically. I will not say that I took great care of my skin in my youthful years, but I did always care about what I looked like, how I presented myself, just out of self-respect and some dignity. The food allergies really wrecked my world. I just stayed to myself. Most of the time became a complete introvert, was scared to death to talk to people just simply because I felt like they weren't seeing me as a person. I felt like they were seeing all the ugly on the outside of my skin. Here is my concealer. It was very hard to the point of I was okay when we had to wear a mask because I could hide myself. And then when masks were no longer mandatory, I actually kept saying I was sick and that I had stuff going on because I was so just humiliated by how I looked. So here is my concealer. Now that I have my crayon all over my face. So I'm just gonna pat here. And that way it looks a lot more natural. I don't hardly ever go up under my eyes anymore. And something else. So my eyes were so puffy and I would hide behind my glasses. Well, I'm excited to say that I have contacts in. The Power Light cream here, full of these peptides, has helped me so much. I do still have dark eyes due to allergies and stuff, but my eyes look swollen a lot of times. Well, they did until I started using the power light. And a lot of people do not have as many scars as I do. So you will not have to put on near as much makeup as what I have to put on. It stinks, but I mean, honestly, my scars, I know they say like your scars define who you are, your story, blah, blah. Like I'm coming out of all my shells. I'm finally willing to start letting people see my shoulder scars. I mean, I have scars on my legs. I was not easy on myself in my youthful years. So if you ever see my arm and you're like, oh my goodness, what is growing on her arm? It's a scar. Scars. See? And it is just fading away. Not actually fading away, it's hiding. But that's okay because underneath this makeup, I know my skin is still healing. There is a master list for all the products that we do and don't want to put on our body, all these ingredients. There are some really harsh ingredients, and I can say that I honestly never thought that something I put on my face could potentially lead to like breast cancer. I mean, you think, oh, it's just a topical. Well, within the past 4 months, I have learned a lot. So what you saw earlier, and you may still be able to see my scars a little bit. It is what it is. But I'm taking one day at a time. So another reason that I have decided to become a skincare advocate is because not only does it help me feel better about myself, I love knowing that I'm helping others. That's just my heart. That's how I've always been. And then also, so I guess it's been 3 years, maybe. I hit a deer. Actually, the deer hit me. It ran into the side of my car while I was driving. Itty bitty Bambi. Like, I shouldn't have even had a dent in my car, but I somehow managed to have right around $15,000 worth damage to my car. This deer was like 60 pounds, and I was driving 35 miles per hour. But God's will, I guess. This little deer wrecked my world. Within a year, I had to have, well, no, a little over a year when I finally got the doctors to understand that I had things wrong with me. They got to look and did MRIs. I had to practically beg them to check me out repeatedly throughout the year. And 2 shoulder surgeries and a back surgery later, I am finally starting to feel like myself. This month, actually, any day now, it's going to be a year since my second shoulder surgery. So after that shoulder surgery is when I finally began to heal. But so I had a job. I loved it. But when I wasn't in court, I was sitting. And by Friday, I could barely walk. And then here I come around to Sunday night, and I'm like, okay, I'm moving a little bit. I'm feeling better. And then bam, Monday, I'm starting to get stiff. I'm not moving around as much. That was my court day. And Tuesday, I'm like, wow, I'm getting stiffer. By Friday, I could barely walk again. It was just a cycle, and it was wearing me down. There were some days I just felt like giving up. I'm like, I can't handle this pain anymore. And then my husband, he actually, so when he saw my face was getting better, let me go ahead and start on my foundation here. He saw my face was getting better just by using a couple samples of skincare. And I had the foundation that I bought, just taking a chance. And, you know, a month or two later, he said he agreed I could become an advocate because I became so in love with the products that I wanted the discount. I didn't care about having this as my job. I wanted the discount because I knew I wanted every product that Crunchi had to offer. And you'll notice I do not yet own all the Crunchi brushes, and that is okay. I'm just making it work with my vegan Amazon brushes. So it was about a month ago, probably. Matt was like, why don't you just become a full-time skincare advocate? And I'm like, my husband is telling me that I should become a full-time skincare advocate. Like the fact that, and he said, I can see how much better your face looks. I see that it is helping you heal as a person. And that wasn't his exact words, but that's what he meant. And I was just like, holy cow, because my husband's not just sold on anything. Get that. Ooh, goodness. I put a lot on there. And I just kind of spread this out, and I was talking and got way more foundation than what I usually get. Usually I only use half a pump. There are some people that use more and some people that use less. And also, when I started using Crunchi foundation, I would use between a pump and a half and 2 pumps. Normally, when I'm not talking and distracted, I now use a half a pump. So either I'm going to have to figure out where to put this or wipe it off. And what I like about Crunchi is I feel like it looks very natural. Like, I do not feel like I look like I have a bunch of stuff caked on my face. So I actually am going to wipe this off because that is way too much foundation. Just a second. Goodness, I'm making a mess. Okay. There we go. So, and right there I had let's see, which wreck was that? I had a bike wreck when I was younger, and I flipped down a hill and I guess my face caught a lot of the fall, and I actually had rocks stuck in my upper lip. But luckily, it healed very well. So those scars are not too bad. So, again, never in my life had I used a makeup brush. But it goes on so well. And I don't know if you can tell by my recording or not, but this is no filters. This is my real face. So, anyways, back to Matt supporting me. I was like, are you sure? Because, I mean, I had a really good job. And, I mean, he understood physically what I was going through. And he said he's willing to let me make this sacrifice, this financial sacrifice, in order to become a full-time advocate. And that's a whole nother story. I can always go into detail about that. But the fact that it was my husband's idea, not my idea, of course, I thought it a lot. But I never thought that he would agree to make it a reality. And I for sure never thought it was going to be his idea for it to actually happen. Just because, I mean, to him, it's, oh, people just sell stuff, and a lot of that is true. But Crunchi is just different. So I joined for the discount, and now here I am making a career out of it within just 4 months. And the payout is not bad either. So you start out at 20%. And okay, so when I got the discount, I was super pumped because when I became an advocate, I bought the starter kit. So I had pretty well everything. And you only have to purchase or sell $400 worth of product every 6 months. By me buying that kit, I had already, and I had bought some foundation. I've already met my 6-month goal, and I got a 20% discount. And I am just sort of playing because through this application, I wanted to just talk to you about while I'm doing this. So there is my foundation. And I'm probably not going to be using a 1.0 too much longer because I can tell that I am starting to get a little bit more tan. And it may almost be a little too light for this time of year. And that is something else. So I have had this foundation since the beginning of January. That right there, that's how much I've used. That's it. This foundation lasts forever. And also what I do on Black Friday, they run amazing deals. Like after Black Friday, there's several products that will be sold out for probably about 2 or 3 weeks at least. And but that's when I bought my first foundation. And I stockpile. Like I bought a 1, a 2, and a 2.5. And someone actually bought the 2.5 off of me just because I was nowhere near ready for that shade, if I will be in the summer. So there's that. Just making sure I blend. I'm not used to talking when I put on my makeup. Okay. So next is going to be, this is one of the Crunchi brushes that I do have. I actually had another one that I had purchased in another kit. I had someone that wanted to become an advocate. So I did purchase the kit for them. So they could join for free. So there is one of my brushes. The other one I was going to have for people to use as, I mean, obviously all brushes do get cleaned. But someone really liked it and they bought it. So I will have to get another one. Here is the powder. And you can't really see it. It's called Transparency because it will fit or will go on any shade. So I do like that it's one fits all, or anyone can wear it. There we go. So there, I don't know if you can see it or not. And it takes little to none. Like, it takes so little that I actually fear what, like, floats up in the air is just being wasted, because I feel like more goes in the air than what actually goes on my face, just because it's just, it takes so little to use it. So you can, like, you can't even see it. Well, and there's that. Well, if I could get the lid on. There we go. Alright, so next, and a lot of people, they actually, the Everlux, like, there are different shades of it. I do have more. I don't know where I've set it. Oh, here's another one. There are several different shades, and a lot of people will even use this as their blush. I personally just don't wear blush, and that's totally fine. So here's another one of my Crunchi brushes, and I'm not gonna lie, I've only used it like twice. I love it. It's one of those things. I'm kind of waiting for my O brushes to wear out before I use this all the time. So let me put that brush up. But what you can do, like if you did want to wear a blush, you could just squeeze your brush, pencil it on there, and then apply it. But what I am going to show you that I do use are some bronzers. There are 2 different shades that I have here. Let's see. This is the one I believe that I use the most, because one of them, yes. So this is the one that I use right now. The other shade is darker, so I'm saving it more for like the summer. So it barely takes any, like pat, and then that's all you're gonna need for one side of your face. And you can see by watching this video, I am no expert, I guess, at putting on makeup. I just, I put on what I feel looks right. I don't know if it's right. I don't know if it's wrong. But just do you. It's what I've learned in life. So there's that. And I do kind of put this around my face. Again, that may be wrong. I have no idea. So this way, my foundation is lighter, but I kind of get the color right after putting on the bronzer. I feel like it makes it look much more natural. All right, and next are eyeshadows. Let's see, this is my volume 2. And this lasts forever. So I don't know if other people do this or not, but I actually always take some eyeshadow and I actually put it under my eyes. My eyes do water really bad due to allergies. So I do, which I do already have. I actually have permanent eyeliner because after I developed food allergies, my eyes ran a lot, and my eyeliner would either end up all over my face or in my eyes. And it was just so painful. So I had a local girl in Owensboro, Kentucky. Her name is Dina Rhodes. She did my eyeliner. She is amazing. So I just put that under my eyes. It helps me not get my mascara in my eyes either. I don't know how. It's just one of those things I figured out for myself. And then I don't know how many eyeshadow brushes is right or wrong. I have 2 that I use. Let's see. Let me get my other little collection of eyeshadow here. These are the colors that I wear more, and you can tell they look like they've barely been used. My personal preference, I do always put a lighter color on first. I think it's just easier to blend a darker color into a lighter color rather than trying to lighten something that's already dark and on your eyes. And I do put it all over. I really try to go for a natural look. I've tried bold makeup here at home, and I mean, it looks good, but I have always been one to fear what everyone else might think if they see my makeup. So I usually keep the fun colors for here at home. But I am slowly, I can say I am slowly learning. Like you hear people say, do you, be you. I am finally at almost age 36 figuring out who I am and trying to be me. Let's see. I'll just put on a little bit of this red color. And so you can see I barely even touched the eyeshadow with this brush, and it was enough to do my eyes. Whoop, didn't mean to go up there. And then I guess I'll add a little bit to my eyelids. A lot of times I don't even put makeup on my eyelids. Whew. I can tell I'm not used to wearing contacts. I need to wipe my lips off. Right, there is one of the Everlooks that I actually do use as a lip crayon. This is Love Letter. And I just sort of outline my lips with it. I don't even color my whole lip. I actually had never really paid attention, but the color of my lips is not even the full shape that it should be. I do have some spots in my upper lip that are just the same color as my skin. Just never really paid attention to it because until now, I never really had been that interested in makeup. Of course, I did always wear it just to hide my face, but not because I ever got to enjoy it like I do now. So there, all I did was outline my lips, and then I just sort of smeared in to make it look natural. My lips are so chapped right now. My allergies have my lips all dried out. Right, and let's see. Well, my favorite lip gloss, I guess I took it upstairs. Oh, and then for Easter, some of you all may have seen, my girls did a boomerang with their Easter gifts. They got an eyelash curler and the mascara for Easter. They were so excited. And when they were getting ready for school the next day, they all individually came to me and told me that how amazing this eyelash curler is, and it's the best one they've ever had. So I was very hesitant about buying them eyelash curlers for a gift. But I knew it worked well for me, so I was like, well, if it works for me, hopefully it'll work for them. So the rule with curling your eyelashes is you usually want to hold it on there for probably about 20 seconds. Normally, after I do my routine at night, I don't know if you can see it. Well, you can't really see it right now. My eyelashes are so light on the tips. I have like ombre eyelashes. The tips of them are like blonde. So, but with my night routine, after I do all my moisturizers and stuff, I will I'll put organic, what is it? Organic castor oil on my eyelashes and on my eyebrows because my eyebrows get super thin and it helps a ton. So my eyelashes are actually longer and healthier thanks to organic castor oil. And I just get that on Amazon. Here's my new bottle. Actually, I bought a new bottle, so I gave someone my other bottle. And it will come with like, you can also use it on your nails. So like this is the little eyelash applicator that it comes with. And then there's also a smooth applicator in another little container. I guess one of the kids have it. I have no idea. It was down here. But yeah, anyways. Okay. And then lastly, well, not lastly because I didn't do lip gloss because my lip gloss isn't down here. Girls, girls, girls. 3 girls. I do not apply a whole lot of mascara. Oh. They're curling so much, they got mascara on my eyelid. So, I don't know how to grab this. Trying to help you see my eyelash here. What did I do? Simple, thin, natural looking lashes. There we go. And then I'll go ahead. This is one of my more colorful lip glosses. It's not super bright or super bold. I just usually don't wear much color. Again, my favorite lip gloss is Transparency, just because it gives me a nice shine without much color. So this one is Namaste. Right, and there we have it. So now you have seen a makeup routine that I do from start to finish. Definitely does not take this long. I may not be the best at multitasking when I'm talking and doing something, but I did believe that you all deserved a thorough explanation. And I'm really excited. I want you all to see what I am doing and why I'm doing it. And I'm more than happy to answer any questions that you have. And then also, like I said earlier, if I don't have the answer, I will find it, because I do have an amazing team that I am a part of. And the sisterhood, that's a whole nother story for another day. But thank you for your time, and I look forward to hearing from you.